Salute the black man. Let's just say there's a God looking down. Let's just say that there's a God in the universe on the sky looking down at on this planet right here, and God is listening to prayers. And on one side of the earth, you have people praying to this God to stop these wars, stop stop this genocide, uh, stop starvation, and on the other side of the world, there's prayers coming to him from Kesha saying, "Hey, could you help me with the rent? Could you help me with this Section 8? Could you help me with this eviction notice?" Who would God pay more attention to, and why would God pay more attention to it? And who are you to think that God, if there is a God, why would this God care about you and your problems like you're someone special? And the reason why I'm saying this is because they all sound alike. They all sound alike. When they're going through hardships, the first thing they say is, God will make a way. Well, why would he make a way for you? Who are you? Who are you for God to make a way for? How about there's nobody, no entity, no deity coming to save you at all? How about you need to save yourself? How about that? It's just insane, man. They say the same thing.
Just received my notice to vacate today. Um, it's the 6th. It's Monday the 6th. The notice said, just received my notice to vacate today. It's the 6th. It's Monday the 6th. The notice says we have 3 days, which is October the 9th. I believe that God will make a way. I prayed before I moved in, before I even applied for the apartment. I said, God, if this is in your will, if you want me to be out on my own and leave my current situation, then I will get approved for this apartment. Because realistically, financially, I shouldn't have got approved. But literally the next day, I got approved. So I know that God is good. And despite the material things, despite the physical realm, God is good. Because even if my rent doesn't get paid, even if I do have to move out, even if I lose everything, God is still good. Because at the end of the day, he has a plan. Maybe his plan was just for me to be here for 3 months.
Where's your plan? Where's your plan? On the phone recording. You need to be packing. You need to be packing all your bags. And this is hilarious. God will do this. God will do that. Well, if that's the truth, instead of asking God for help, whatever it is, your rent, food, whatever it is, why don't you ask God for 500 grand? Hey, God, can I have 100 grand, 200, 500? Let me have $1,000,000. Put it in the bank. Why ask just for that? They just be talking, man. But this is how they really think. This is what's sick about this is that they've been programmed to think like this. Their mothers, their aunts, everybody, their grandmothers told them, don't worry about nothing. God will make a way. You can't tell that to no man. We're going to look at you like you're bugging. A father won't tell that to his son. Father's going to say, hey, listen, in order to get out of this, here's step one. You need to take care of this. You need to take care of this and then take care of that. Meaning anything that you need to get out of this situation, it's all up to you. They're not going to say, oh, leave it up to God. It's never going to get done. This is insane, man.
And then move around. Maybe homelessness is a part of the plan. I don't know. All I know is I am trusting him. All I
Did she say homelessness is part of the plan? Come on. Come on.
know is I surrender everything and all things to his will. Because honestly, at the end of the day, that's all you can do. I've applied for 1,000,000 jobs, nothing. And I feel like me stressing about it is not going to change.
Just making a you applied did you really apply for 1,000,000 jobs? Or you applied for 3? Anyway, let's go.
What already is. So, I'm just making this video to document the fact that as of today, I have 3 days. But God can do a lot in 3 days. So I am trusting him.
Really?
I am trusting that he will provide. And if he doesn't provide in this situation,
3 days.
that doesn't mean that he's not good, that he is still God at the end of the day. And whatever comes
and
next,
you're still going to be in the shizzy at the end of the day.
That's just part of the plan. So I have to remind myself that. And I will come back and give y'all an update is if I'm moving or if the rent got paid. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? It's up to you.
I'm going with the flow, and I'm trusting God. I'm walking by faith, and I feel like right now this is the best time for me to document this because I feel like a lot of people put the good stuff and everybody doesn't talk about the bad, or we see the testimony after God has come through, but we don't see
tell your testimony in the shizzy,
the walk of faith in the process, you know. And I know that we're all in the same boat, but I'm learning to step out of the boat. I'm learning to trust God when he says walk on water boat and just focus on him
to your bunk
the whole time. So right now this is me letting you guys know that I am focused on him, even though right now it seems like the boat is sinking. When he say get out the boat, I'm ready.
Yeah, he's gonna say get off the boat.
I gotta work on my to the ocean pedal, but I'm here.
Anyway, that's that. Hey, black men, I say this all the time to you. Kesha has the uncanny ability to turn one bum into 2 bums. Nowhere on any planet in any universe does this make any sense. To sit home and hope that, something besides yourself is going to help with your situation. Now, I've heard of people who've been in like dire situations in a hospital, trying to fight cancer, trying to, you got family on life support and you just hoping they pull through and, and you're praying on, God and that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense when you see that because, you're just hoping anything will happen. You're just hoping anything can happen because you're at your wit's end. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. You're powerless. Money can't turn the situation around. Resources can't turn the situation around. You hope whoever's going through whatever it is they're going through just pull through. And the only thing you can call on is the Lord because that's all you can do because you're powerless. I don't look at those people and look at them as weak. I don't look at them as weak. I look at them drawing strength from wherever they can draw it from because they can't do anything about it. I've been in situations where I've been sitting in the hospital watching a loved one go through it and you can't do anything about it. A sickness, you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. And you just powerless. And you wish you could. You wish that you wish that you could just turn it around with just the flip of a button. Hey, what do you need? What do you doctors need in order for this to change? Do you need 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand? And it's nothing. None of that is going to help. 1 million won't help. 20 million won't help. So you got people who sit there and just pray. I get that. When you're just sitting there waiting for them to knock on your door again and tell you you need to go, that you've been evicted, and you're telling people that God is going to take care of this when you can easily take care of it yourself by not living above your means, by keeping a job. That's number one. A lot of times they lose their job because of their attitudes and being late. They show up whenever they feel like it, and before you know it, they're getting fired. And then it's the boss's fault, it's the supervisor's fault. Or they'll just say they're tired of the job they're at because it's too much responsibility, and they'll move on to another job. Keep a job. Another thing is, stop spending all your money. Save your money. You should have anywhere between 3 to 6 months saved up just in case anything happens for your rent. You should have at least 3 to 6 months. And I'm talking about relative to their age. As you get older, you should be more secure, but relative to their age, if they have their own place, they could save enough money where 3 months is covered as long as they're not spending above their means. If you have nothing covered, then that's on you. And the other thing is, most young people, when you look at the history of young people, getting their own place, they usually get it together. Boyfriend, girlfriend, they usually get their first place together. That way they can split the bills. They both have jobs. But you were told you can do it on your own. You don't need no man. You were told this. And now you're seeing what it looks like without any help. No man in the house. You're by yourself, waiting to get evicted like a bum. Waiting to get evicted like a bum. She probably sitting in there at the time wondering, hey, maybe it's not so bad having somebody. But no. That's the reason why I tell you young brothers to stay away, because they only look at you as a dollar sign. That's the reason why they always talk about, oh, here's the Cash App. Hit the Cash App if you want to talk to them, because they're so broke. It's the reason why they always talking about money, because this is their situation, poor. And that's why I tell you brothers to stay away. You're responsible with your resources. They're not. Therefore, if you get with them, guess where your resources go? Down the drain. It's finito for your funds. Anyway, salute the black men. Stay away from these Keshas, because, again, Kesha has the uncanny ability to turn one bum into two bums. Remember that.
Bums.